Welcome back to Do It Myself Garage. It's in the 60s here, almost 70 in Minnesota. Been raining the last couple of days. Lawn's looking pretty rough. I'll have to probably do some replanting. My bird bath died. The concrete finally gave out. Lots of little stuff to do now that spring has finally arrived. But because of that, that also means we need to get the car going. Just been working just now. I went ahead and got that ground strap. Let me zoom in here. Got ourselves a ground strap from the engine to the frame. And I didn't like the way my headlights lined up. The grill, it was off just a little bit on this left side, on the, passenger side. And I got it a lot better now. So that is stuff you can adjust. I had to kind of move the screws around a bit. There was a bracket and behind it that was pushing it. So I have a friend coming over. I help him work on his car. He bought a car from a salvage place, so we've got some lights to replace. So it was kind of a light salvage. And then we'll get back to work on the GTO. Broke a cabinet door. Installed a ceiling fan twice. We are all about interruptions this weekend. Stuff that had to get done though. Of course, it was 70 degrees yesterday, and today it's 42. Fortunately, the garage held most of the heat, so it's not terrible uncomfortable out here at all. But my plan for today, Driveshaft. Get that baby in, and then I can put the fluid in the transmission. Then I can bolt up the torque converter. And then we're ready to put oil in the engine and get that primed. Still have some wiring to do. Should be able to finish all that up next weekend and actually running next weekend. So let's go ahead and get this drive shaft in. Not much to do here on this end other than oil this up real good. Oil up the lip on the inside of the transmission so you're not putting it in there dry. And then when you go to do these, they tape these up for a reason. These are pressed in with these caps. Let's spin it around for you. These caps, let me make sure you can see what I'm pointing at here. So these caps have the needle bearings in them, and you don't want that to fall apart and you lose all your bearings or get them dirty. So I'm going to be real careful. I'm only going to take them out when I'm ready. Get this drive shaft under there, and then once that's attached, then I'm going to adjust the rear suspension again. I still don't like the ride height, and I'm going to go up a little further. And I found my lube. Found the anti-seize for the shocks, so you don't tear them up, you don't gall them. So I found that. Yeah, let's get going. All right. So I found a stand for my camera for some tight places. Let's see if this works. I didn't really plan this out the best, but I do have the wheels turned, so the yoke lines up. The only one I'm going to have to hold on is the bottom one. The cap, I mean. The other cap, hopefully with gravity, will stay in place. As long as I don't pull it off with the tape. Alright, all they used was like box tape, so that's perfect. So I've got it pushed all the way into the transmission, so I should be able to pull it back now. Okay, come on. There we go. Didn't pull that hard at all, actually. Just was decided it wanted to stick. Okay. Okay, I do not know what holds that sucker in there. What's keeping that cap on? Is there, because there's no groove on this thing. I know, because I worked on these. Or, cleaned them up. Does the cap have a groove on it? Can't tell from here. Upside down and backwards. So I'm guessing these caps, I didn't look at them that closely. Guessing this cap has a groove on it a little higher up. Are these the right size for the yoke? I never checked that, to be honest with you. I didn't check their work. I assumed they did it right. I'm trying to get my other arm over here. There we go. Who else loves working upside down and backwards? Not me. There we go. Come on. Whoopsie. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. We do not need you to fall apart. Come on. There we go. Just need this stupid cap to go. There we go. Come on. Start, stupid nut. I made sure I had the right nuts ahead of time. I had everything together. I can't find nothing behind my head. There we go. I'm working in the dark so you can see what I'm doing. That's kind of silly. Because if I was shining my light up here, it would probably blind the camera out. My concern right now, they're right there. Concern right now is to get these started. Well, these do not appear to have a rib on them, so I don't know what holds them in place. Because the yoke doesn't have a lip. Well, this might be a very short-lived drive once I finally do drive this. I don't know if I can turn this now. No, because the transmission is probably in park. And it helps if you get both of those in the hole. Oops. Cripes. Doink, doink, doink. Come on. Doink. You know, that moment when you're upside down and your hands aren't doing what you think they're doing? That's the fun part about working on cars. I can get it in one. Why not both? Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, crap. Was I supposed to do both of these at the same time? I don't think so. Because I did the other one, but it was in place already. Oh. There we go. Why was that so hard? Oopsie. Well, I think part of this now, well, the body's jacked up with the rear suspension is hanging. So, this might not go in that well. Might not go in. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, it's a universal joint. It's supposed to flex and do its universal stuff. It doesn't mean it wants to. Okay. Fortunately, I cannot get both my hands up there on this one at the same time. You just get one nut started, I'll be happy. Come on. Maybe I can start the other one. Can I reach over? Oh, maybe I can. There we go. Still trying to figure out how these caps are supposed to stay in place. Because I know these little pillow blocks don't have a groove or nothing on them. Not that I remember. Okay, well, it's not going to fall off at this point. At least I don't think so. Let me go get my wrench. Be sure these are 1/2 inch or 7/16. I'll go look up the torque real quick. Ow! I almost didn't get my arm out of there. One thing I do know you want to be careful when you're doing these is draw them up evenly. Kind of like when you're doing shackle bolts, anything like that. Make sure you're drawing them up even on both sides. That seems like enough torque to me. I'm not going to be able to get a torque wrench in here. So we should be good. I did throw a little Loctite on those threads, if I didn't mention that. So we should be good. That is in there. Let's get this rear suspension adjusted. I'll crawl out. Got to grab my anti-seize. Really wasn't much to show you on these. I went up another 2 inches, and I do have anti-seize on there. It just doesn't get all the way around for some reason. So I went up another 2 inches, so that hopefully will fix my ride height problem at least a little bit. So, sorry I don't have a light, but if I did have a light, it'd be flickering anyway. All right, the next thing to do is see what I can do about this exhaust system. Want to at least get it into place on the rest of the vehicle, and then even if I can't get it hooked to the manifolds, I'm okay. I just gotta tie it up so I can get it to the muffler shop once I do get it running. So let's see if I can get this exhaust system taken care of. Kind of doing the stuff I didn't want to do today, or that I've been putting off for a while. And it's all stuff that's under the vehicle. So if anybody's wondering, I did not have the spanner wrench for that, but this have a little bit of a lip on the end. I suppose a person, if they wanted to, could grind a little bit bigger lip, maybe on a cheaper pair, but these worked really well. Just put them out at the maximum size and just carefully grabbed. I grabbed on the narrowest slot that there was in the on the ring, and then I was able to spin them up. And then when I got them to where I wanted, I brought the locking one up, the bottom one up as well. All right, running a little problem with the exhaust is I had to hang it about 2 inches further back on the back side in order to clear my new suspension. And as you can see here, they necked it down. And since it has to go to a different size, because I got 2.5 coming out now from the Ram Air 3s, and then it goes to a bigger pipe. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here, right where it changes size. I'm going to go ahead and cut it there, and then just wire the exhaust up under the car so I can basically carry it to the exhaust place once I get the car running. And then what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to, once I cut that, I should be able to bolt that on at least, you know, halfway. So that way I'm running not straight out of the headers, but at least out of a short pipe. It should get me from here to the exhaust place on the other side of town. I might get pulled over once on the way there, but I'm sure they'll understand. I am going to try to get under here and get my bolts in the torque converter. And then I think I'm done for the week. So appreciate everybody following along. I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to show that. It's kind of hard. You can see I'm having problems with the light right now anyway. All right, so I had a bunch of home projects take priority this weekend, but I got them done. I did get a bunch of work done to the car. I actually Got some troubleshooting done as far as the exhaust. I wasn't sure how that was going to work. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut that and bolt it up separately. We'll get it to the exhaust shop and let him figure out how to get that bolted up properly. I still don't have my emergency brake hooked up yet, so I've got to go through and figure all that out. Should be able to get that hooked up without the exhaust up in there, because the exhaust is actually below that. Let's see what else. I got to get the bolts in the torque converter yet. I was able to get the camera under for a little bit of stuff, but it's kind of tough. So I'm just going to get that bolted up into place and get that taken care of. But we're getting closer. The driving weather is coming along. It rained all weekend. It was 70 yesterday, and it was in the 40s today. So I haven't missed really any driving weather yet here in Minnesota, but it's getting there. So anyway, thanks for following along, liking, subscribing, commenting. Appreciate it all. We'll see you in the next video.